Hello everyone and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learned Reiki Philadelphia, and I'm here to share some Reiki and crystal healing with all of you. If you are new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, please know that you are guaranteed to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, I'm here at least 5 times a week, every week, sending healing to you live. You can see the days and times in the description below, same days and times every week, with some additional healing sprinkled in here and there around astrology and world events. If you would like to learn more about my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, or crystal shop, all of that is in the description as well. Thank you so much for being here. Our event will start out with a nice open chat. Go ahead and hop in the chat if you're here live and make any healing requests that you may have, whether it's general or specific. I'm happy to select some stones to support you based on that to go towards our crystal grid. If there's specific stones you want to work with, you can go ahead and share those too. After about a half an hour of building this grid together, I'll briefly explain what Reiki is and a little of what to expect before I turn down the lights, turn up the music, and send Reiki healing to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. Thank you to everyone that's already in the chat. I was just peeking in before I went live, and so much love and support, and thank you so much. I just love all of you so much. So glad you're here. So let's dive in and start building that grid. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. For being new, go ahead and hop in, make any requests that you have if you have them. Future someone, Jennifer and Grace, thank you all so much for being here, and thank you for all the kindness in the chat. Super appreciate it. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to pull up my other window so I can see everything that I just passed. I am good. Thank you for asking. Oh, I'm sorry the first part of the week is so rough. I know Mondays are usually my day off because that's something I promised myself when I decided to do holistics full time many years ago. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do Mondays anymore. It's been the gift for myself. But yeah, I can start sprinkling in some healings on Tuesdays here and there. Let's see. What can we do here? You could use some Reiki in a nap today. Yeah, it is hot out. It is very hot out here. Not as hot as other places, but still pretty hot. Heart healing, love, peace of mind. Rose quartz, green calcite, and indigo gabbro. You got it. Let's see, green calcite. And rose quartz. Indigo gabbro. And Jennifer wanted some connecting to spirit, getting back into the swing of things with your practices, and an energy boost. Citrine, iolite, shungite, bloodstone. Citrine, iolite, shungite, bloodstone, hematite. Herkimer. Oh, Cora Carr, welcome in. Celestite, amethyst, or other stones good for connecting with spirit. Ooh, definitely Herkimer, celestite. Maybe some blue sapphire, because we have so many good like grounding stones. Fire quartz I have. Sunstone and moonstone I have. Fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and flip us over to share the screen with the crystal grid. Okay, here we go. I've started us off with a little bit of copper, just how we usually do it, just so we can get the energy to move, break up any blockages. Okay, this should be fun. Okay. Evening us out here. There we go. So first I have that fire quartz. I find that fire quartz is one that really energizes things quite a bit. It not only does it send energy out and kind of direct it out like a crystal cluster normally would, because mine's a cluster, it adds a bit of root chakra element as well as kind of oomph. So here is what we're looking at. So fire quartz, at least the fire quartz I'm familiar with, because it goes by lots of different names. This is clear quartz that came close to iron when it was forming, so it has that kind of reddish. Prosperity, financial luck, blessings from our guides, and improving our intuition. I love that. Ah, thank you, Jennifer. Selenite slab, thank you so much. Ah, we will use all the selenite here. But yeah, this we'll put right in the center. Sometimes I even put crystals in with this. But yeah, fire quartz just empowers the energy of what we're sending out, and quartz clusters like this send the energy out in many directions. So put that right there in the middle. Indigo gabbro helps us to reveal our tendencies that are our own undoing. So it's a good shadow stone. If you're kind of stuck, or you keep repeating the same problem, or you keep ending up with the same issue, and you're like, what is going on? Why does this keep coming up? Why do I keep landing in this situation or having this relationship issue or what have you? Indigo gabbro, it sort of shows us this part of us that is, unbeknownst to us, undermining our intentions and our work. So indigo gabbro. Go ahead and place some of that here and here. Yeah, selenite is surprisingly inexpensive. Yeah, if you get it from the right place. Somebody had asked me yesterday, if a client had asked me yesterday, oh, selenite, you have to be really careful where you get that from. I'm like, oh, that's one of the ones that's pretty much everywhere. Yeah, it's very easy to find. It's you're really paying for the handling of it to like shape it into something that works for you. But yeah, it's so multi-purpose too. Sunstone is a great one to go with fire quartz. Sunstone helps us to, in a large and powerful way, expand our visions of who we can be and our thoughts of what our potential is. So especially when we're coming out of something like indigo gabbro brings us, like, okay, what do I keep doing that I'm tripping over my own feet here? This helps us to expand into past limiting beliefs, anything that we have kind of either absorbed from someone else or have thrown up on ourselves to say, I can't do that, that's out of my reach. This allows us to kind of melt those and really go beyond that. Oh, hi, Heart. Good to see you. Not a long time no see. Saw you yesterday, digitally anyway. Let's see, so we'll put some sunstone right there. Yeah, raw slabs of selenite are beautiful. Shungite helps to absorb the negative energy that's around us. And it does the same in nature. It's often used in water filtration. It really helps absorb any kind of heavy things that we really don't need to be drinking. So this energetically does very much that same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and place it around our grid. Let's see. Yeah, Fantastic. Iolite helps with being connected intuitively and with money management, which is always a good thing. Especially, it's always a good thing, and it's a common request here. But it's also one of those stones that can help us when we're connecting with our guides. It helps to support that connection. It helps us to have a very thorough and strong connection to our intuitive guides, as well as visionary work, any kind of visionary work. It's also wonderful for any kind of intuitive sleep disturbances. So if your psychic gifts tend to keep you up at night, this can be a wonderful stone to work with. So that's iolite. Hey, Vincent. Oh, I love that idea, Jennifer. Awesome. Let's see, what else could we do here? Celestite. Green calcite supports our heart. It's great for releasing emotional tension that becomes physical tension. Just trying to get them all out of my bag here. It's great for nervousness in the emotions that have an impact on the physical body as well. This is one we use a lot here. It's one of the go-tos for how our heart, what our heart needs when we're really feeling a loss. It's a very gentle and supportive stone of the heart chakra and of just nervousness and unsettledness in general. Great for folks that tend towards worry or panic. It helps to really ground that energy, and especially those of us who put those anxieties and worries into our body, whether it manifests as an upset stomach or a tight muscle or anything like that. Green calcite is wonderful for that. So let's go ahead and add some green calcite. Rose quartz really goes well with green calcite. Rose quartz is the sort of ubiquitous, everyone knows about it, heart chakra stone. It really just floods our system with an abundance of love, especially unconditional love, that can help us to feel that we are worthy of receiving love. So it goes really well with the green calcite. So I'll put them close together. To go along with our intuitive requests, I'm going to go ahead and bring out some blue sapphire. This is a very potent stone of intuitive work, connecting to spirit, and getting the messages from our guides. It can be somewhat ungrounding, especially if you're someone who has difficulty kind of coming out of that meditation space and then transitioning to, everyday life. Additionally, it can be one that's a little intense for folks that are new to intuitive work. It's not so much that you can't work with it. It's more that I would suggest working with it with grounded stones. Iolite is a very grounded stone, even though it works with the intuition. It's one that helps build a depth of connection and helps us when we have those events like trying to sleep, if we find that, wow, our intuitive spirit is so connected and so open that our physical body finds it difficult to do the basic things physical bodies do, like sleep. Iolite can help with that, so I often will use them together. So let's go ahead and put those next to the iolite. Yeah, definitely any kind of grounding stone when you work with blue sapphire. It's an intensely intuitive stone. For manifesting relaxation and being in the moment, realigning our actions with what's in our highest good, And if you're asking the universe for very specific things, or you're trying to like decide which way to go in life, herkimer can help you to connect with the versions of things that are most in support of your highest good. So maybe you're asking the universe for something, and maybe actually that's not what you need, or there's something better for you. This is a stone that can help you say, let me shift what I'm asking for just a little bit. It helps keep us on our spiritual purpose, while it also tends to just sort of allow us to relax a little bit along that spiritual path. So we're going to go ahead and, let's see. Let's put these next to our sapphires. Yeah, I was thinking Labradorite as well. Let's use these two. These were both gifts from students of mine, and these were cut in this shape to be used as jewelry. This is Labradorite. This is another stone with a lot of similarity to our good friend iolite. This is one that helps connect us in spiritual wisdom and hearing from our guides, but being able to synthesize the messages and figuring out what to practically do with them. If you've ever struggled with, wow, I feel like these are all the things that I know are going to happen, or these are all the things I know I need to focus on, just don't know what on earth to do to make it physically happen in this earth realm, this is a great stone for that. It's also wonderful for any time that we're putting together a lot of information, like a research project, or maybe we're working on something like a big financial project or something like that. This is a stone that can help you take information from lots of different places and make logical sense of it, while at the same time integrating that intuitive awareness. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. Ooh, pretty Labradorite, right there with our fire quartz. Hey, good to see you. The Gelguire is here. Lovely to have you here. Bloodstone, absolutely. Bloodstone is a wonderful go-to here. We use this a lot. This is one that helps us to heal the heart in a very deep and intense way, while also grounding the root chakra. It also goes by the term or the name heliotrope. It has this deep, deep green with just bits of red. This is a stone of deep emotional healing, especially for deep emotional wounds. It actually can work really well with indigo gabbro, as indigo gabbro brings those things to light that are our own undoing, those patterns that we have that are not in our highest good. Bloodstone can help us heal what that might bring up, especially if that's really difficult stuff or childhood stuff or anything like that, any kind of trauma stuff. This can help us to feel safe and secure, while at the same time supporting our heart to feel as though there is a space for unconditional love, that there's always room there, and even on the deeper healing stuff, especially way back stuff. Bloodstone can be immensely helpful to help you feel that you belong here amongst all the people who love you, and that there are more people who love you out there to connect with. So bloodstone or heliotrope. I feel like we want a lot of this. There we go. This is one we use a lot. Hematite can be exceptionally helpful for grounding, reconnecting to earth, and that ultimately allows us to feel like we've got a bit of a ground under our feet to continue doing work. When we feel spiritually unbalanced or even emotionally unbalanced. This can be a stone that allows us to feel like, oh, okay, here's the ground underneath my feet. I can sit and rest a moment and just sort of let go of what no longer serves. Deeply grounding, also really purifying. If you are looking to let go of some energy and just sort of return it to earth, this is an excellent stone to work with. It also is thought to work for cleansing and purifying the blood and anything running through the system, insofar as even like being great for things like food poisoning, things like that. I've seen folks use it for that. So yeah, hematite. Love it. Put some hematite around the edges, right there with the shungite, because they work together really well as purifying stones. There we go. Wonderful. Yeah, definitely. We've got, we also have green calcite and rose quartz for the emotional healing as well. So let's see what other requests I may have overlooked. Nuummite, that's a great idea. Nuummite. Okay, let's do the nuummite next. Nuummite is wildly old. It's one of the older stones that we work with. Essentially, it's 3 to 4 billion years old, and we see that it's just this heavy, dark black. Yet at the same time, out of that black, we get these occasional glints of gold, this iridescence that pops up. This is another one that can work well alongside indigo gabbro. As we go through our deep healing stuff, all of the things that are maybe left neglected for a while, or things that can be deeply, deeply hurtful or traumatic, as we work through those things and go through our sort of healing junk drawer, this allows us to not only stay in that deep area with security and comfort, but to also get these golden glints of insight and intuition along the way, to keep us cheered along the way, and also to help us feel connected to spirit when we might otherwise feel a little disconnected from that. It also helps us to see the fruit in all of our work as we're doing it, so it can be very helpful. You can even see some of the gold right there. Cool. Citrine to help balance insight and intuition while also manifesting financial resources. Natural citrine is this kind of brownish orange. Some of the other specimens you might see around are like this very bright yellow. That's actually heat-treated amethyst. True citrine can be a little on the pricier side. It's a little more rare, but in nature, citrine is actually usually very close to amethyst because essentially citrine is what happens in nature when amethyst is exposed to a lot more heat and pressure over time. There we go. Hi, W, welcome in. Let's see. So anybody else, last minute requests for the grid? I've got a couple more things. Let's see. Fire quartz, selenite, luck, prosperity, financial luck, blessings from your guides, improving intuition. Okay, so we've got improving intuition, blessings from your guides. I think I have some ideas there. Here is the celestite by request for connecting with our guides. This helps us to better hear our angel guides for sure. This is one that, yeah, ametrine is cool. It is both citrine and amethyst. Super beautiful stone too. This is a wonderful stone for connecting with our angel guides. It also is helpful for things like pain and helpful for things just like facilitating a good connection to our angels, which can help us with guidance as far as moving forward. What's in our greatest good? What can we let go of? And in terms of our soul's purpose, how can we best prepare ourselves? How can we best do that work? So we'll bring some of this in. We'll put this right here after our citrine. Okay, so if anyone else has any requests, let's see, we've got moonstone. Moonstone helps us connect with the cycles of the moon and the cycles of nature in general. It helps open up intuition as being aware of like collective consciousness and just feeling what's happening in the world, sensing on a very aware level. It also allows some connection to arcane wisdom. I think of this stone often in relation to the High Priestess tarot card. The High Priestess has all of this knowledge. She has access to wisdom. The supports behind her, the columns behind her, are actually the support columns for the opening of Solomon's library, all of the arcane wisdom and knowledge, and even Akashic records, if you will. This is a stone that kind of has all of that wisdom and allows you to draw from it when making decisions and moving through your day-to-day life. So let's put this around here. There we go. Teeth and bones, okay. Protection, compassion, and understanding considering recent news. Yeah, okay, definitely. That's a good one. Let's do strengthening teeth and bones. You definitely have calcite, which is wonderful. I'm going to go for fluorite because not only can that help strengthen teeth and bones, it's fluoride, it can also help with a sense of calm. Yes. Yeah, there's definitely stones. This is fluorite, which is actually fluoride, like it's in most of our toothpaste. It helps with calm, and it is definitely helps strengthen the teeth on a very physical level and on the spiritual level as well. And calcite is a form of calcium. So like the calcium supplements that I take, I have pretty brittle bones. This is a calcite, this green calcite. So I'm going to take these fluorites, and this is how fluorite actually grows, by the way, these octahedrons. This is how they form in nature. They were not cut into that. So it's always such an interesting stone. So let's do fluorite, fluorite, and in front of the nuummite, we'll put the purple fluorites. As well as aquamarine can be great for teeth and gums, as well as just any and all bodily fluids. And I'll bring that in too, because that's just a great stone. This is aquamarine. It's a great one for the teeth, the gums, and even dissolving like pettiness. Like if there's people around you that are just kind of like petty, it can be a great one to keep around. It kind of like helps you disconnect from it, and it may even dissolve the tendency for it to occur in the first place. So let's put that there with the intention it helped teeth, gums, and yeah, welcome in, W. Protection, compassion, and understanding. I think Chevron Amethyst has it. It's a great one for, I don't like the word tolerance. We should more than tolerate, but it's definitely good for accepting others. It's also great for shamanic and journey work, also degenerative diseases if you're so inclined. But Chevron Amethyst also allows us to send those messages to spirit. Yeah, it's a great one for this otherworldly connection to collective consciousness in seeing ourself in others. It's great for compassion. To put that with our hematite, as it can be, this stone can be a little ungrounding, where hematite can be grounding. And let me just look one more time over what's been requested, and then we'll get into the healing. I want to make sure I got Grace's stuff. I did. And Sandy, to help make clear decisions. No wonder I was almost reaching for mookaite. Okay, so this one helps with decisions. It also helps with accepting change, which made me think of it when I was grabbing the Chevron Amethyst, because a lot of times people become angry at what's new, what they don't know, what they don't expect. So a lot of times accepting change can help us to be a little bit more compassionate. You know, like, yeah, these might not be the people I grew up with, but you know what, that doesn't mean they're different in a bad way. It just means they're not as similar to me. You know, they're not necessarily, you know, bad. Different does not mean bad. It just means unique compared to what you know. So here is mookaite. It's also great for an immune boost, which, I mean, why not? When is it a bad time for that? But yeah, making decisions. This is a great one. It's another really grounding stone. Deeply, deeply grounding and connecting. And where shall we put you? Actually do have 4. Yeah, we'll put all 4 of these around. So that is our grid, and I want to thank everyone for taking part in helping build it, because that's what allows us to do what we do. Also, by the way, mookaite also goes by Australia jasper, in case you've heard of that. But yeah, so communal chi. Communal chi is a Chinese concept that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential of that is magnified. And we see very similar concepts in many different cultures and different faiths. We see something similar to it in the Bible. There's a very much cross-cultural understanding of bringing people together, greater energy or greater potential of that group. So this is us making that physically tangible by sharing our healing intentions, building a grid, and now this beautiful grid shines on our session that we're all going to enjoy together. So thank you so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure. I am going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is, and I usually do this thing where I select a couple of stones and everyone votes, and we never know how that's going to end. I feel like we might be working with a pretty full boat today. Let me think about that. Yeah, I feel like the grid is just beautiful as it is. I think we got everything. Thank you all for being a part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and just explain briefly what Reiki is and a little of what to expect today, especially for those of you who are new. And if you have just popped in, if you have a chance to like the stream, or if you want to make sure that you get notified when I'm live, you can check out the description below, or you can go ahead and consider subscribing with the notification bell on. But for the next couple moments, I'm just going to explain what Reiki is. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm Danielle Stimpson, and I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I've been teaching Reiki for nearly 14 years, and you can learn more about sessions and online classes with me in the description below, as well as my social media, crystal shop, and free community Discord, all that good stuff in the description below. So the Reiki style that I work with the most is known as Usui Reiki. So Usui Reiki, it's named after a Japanese Tendai Buddhist monk who created this system that made connection to this energy easier and more accessible to modern folks, where indeed there have been practices of connecting with this energy as far back in human history as we can seem to find. And the energy itself is all around us, flowing through us, and not just us as people, but everything around us. It's think of the Shinto concepts where everything has a soul. Everything has a soul and everything is interconnected. And in that, Reiki, or spiritually guided life energy, one of the basic building blocks of all life, is an energy that flows through every single one of us and is always available to us. Our body, mind, and spirit work with this energy all the time. Automatically, we know how to best use this energy on such a subtle level that our conscious mind isn't even aware of it. Much like how we're mostly made of water, yet we don't really think of it. When we drink water, we don't have to have our conscious mind involved in deciding how to best apply that water to all of the many functions in our body. Reiki is very similar in that way. We might not even have the concept of energy, and in my culture, we don't. So what is this concept of things like energy running through all of us? Well, it's one that many cultures have seen and understood since antiquity. It's, in a sense, the energy that we feel when we're out in nature, the one that we feel when we simply have a moment to relax, the one that we feel when we seem our most depleted and all of a sudden we kind of rally. So Reiki energy, while it can support us on all these levels, we certainly can set an intention that it do the greatest good for us, and even specific intentions like emotional healing or a connection to our spirit guides, or any of the different types of intentions we saw set today. There's no wrong intentions for asking your Reiki to address. And you can always set those intentions whether you're watching this on the replay, whether you are sitting here and you were taking part in the chat, but something else pops to mind while we're actually getting the healing. Just go ahead and think of whatever it is you'd like some support with and let it go to the universe. Reiki energy, because it flows through all things everywhere, it doesn't matter where I am physically in relation to you. There were practices of sending Reiki energy over a distance documented in Usui Reiki back to the early 1920s, but at the same time, there's been practices of energy healing over a distance that date back thousands of years. So it doesn't matter where you are in geography to me. Also doesn't matter where you are in terms of time to me. So if you are off in the future and you're looking back, hello from the past, it's us. You can just set the intention that this healing reach you for the greatest good, and it absolutely will do just that. During the session, you may feel any number of things. Physical sensations, some emotions may come up. You may feel just deeply relaxed and even sleepy, even take a nap. You could, say, have your mind going through some things and even like really fruitful thinking. Every session's a little different just based on what you need in that moment. I encourage you to just go ahead and notice what comes up for you. If you're not sure if it's insightful or intuitive stuff coming in or just a racing mind, just take a deep breath in and out. If it keeps coming back, go ahead and let those thoughts play out. It might be some wisdom for you. At the end of our session together, you'll hear my voice encouraging you to take a deep breath, slowly come back, and pop into the chat if you have any questions or anything to share, and I'll do my best to help you with all of that. During the session, I will turn the music up and turn the lights down, and the lights will move through several different colors. Very slowly, there will be no flashing or strobing of any kind. I thank you so much for being here today. It is an honor and a pleasure to share Reiki healing with all of you, and I hope that I get to see you again. So let's go ahead and pop back to everyone who's probably really surprised that we didn't do that we didn't do an extra couple of stones and are laughing. Oh yeah, Both? What? Yeah, of course it's always both. Well, I already picked a few extra stones, so yeah. And it's 440, so I want to make sure we don't go too far over. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Relax, get physically comfortable. You can sit up, you can lay down, just close your eyes and allow things to happen. But you can also use this time in combination with any other spiritual or physical practice that feels right to you. If you want to combine this with some gentle stretches or some yoga or journaling or art, this is your time for you to carve out and get some much needed self-care because we all need it. So thanks again for being here, and back to the healing. So let's see. Fantastic. So this is our crystal grid a little bit closer up. Thank you all so much for building it. Deeply, deeply appreciate it. This is definitely a really crowded in a beautiful way kind of grid. It's very different than our usual grids, and I absolutely adore it. Let's see. A little bit. There we go. Yeah, this is actually one of the better grids we've done, I think. Good job, team. Good job. So I don't think I can improve on it at all. So everybody go ahead and take a deep breath. If you have any additional intentions, just bring them to mind. I'm going to go ahead and turn up that music and turn down those lights. Please know that I will come back for you in 25 minutes time. And we'll take it from there. Have a beautiful, deeply healing session. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly stretch, move, and bend as needed to come back to your body. And as you slowly come back, if you have any questions or experiences to share, I encourage you to go ahead and use the chat. I'll do my best to help support you with those. If you simply wish to go on and continue on your day, I just want to express my sincere gratitude to all of you for being here. And I hope to see you again soon. You're so welcome, Grace. So wonderful to see you here again. I hope everything's going well. Thank you so much, Gail Guire. Appreciate you as always. Good to see you. You're so welcome, W. I hope you come back soon. You're so welcome, Vincent. It's really great to see you all here. New faces, new people, and our trusty community of lovely people. I really couldn't ask for a better group of folks. I also wanted to start putting it out there. I'll probably put it out there as a poll for the for all of you. If you're subscribed, you'll see it pop up. First of all, thank you all so much for the support around the last video on crystals for protection and energy clearing. I wanted to put it out there which you would like for the next round. I've got options here for the next video. If you would prefer crystals for motivation or crystals for intuition. So I'll do the next one out of your requests and your votes. Oh, thank you, W. You can always see our previous streams. They always get recorded, so you can always hang out. But you can always see the past live streams. I usually put a picture of the crystal grid in the thumbnail so that we can kind of see which one we want to watch just by sensing the energy from it. And thank you so much for being a part of the grid. Deeply appreciate it, and you for being here. I'll be here tomorrow, Thursday at 8 a.m. Last week I did oversleep. I have restructured this week, so I had a chance to get more sleep ahead of today. And so yeah, tomorrow at 8 a.m. East Coast US time, Friday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., and Sunday at 8 p.m. as usual. And depending on what might go on in the world or anything like that, there might be some pop-up streams this week. Go ahead and subscribe with notifications on if you want to be the first in the know. But from there, I want to just go ahead and wish you all a beautiful rest of your day. I'm going to go get ready to lead my Reiki 1 class. They're in week 3, and I need to go prep for them. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. But again, if you want to know more about me, my classes, any of that good stuff, social media, it's all in the description below. Intuition is your vote? Okay, I'll put that down. Awesome. You're so welcome. See, you did get to vote on something anyway. Thank you all so much, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.